Zoom!
Welcome to talking about Crumb from Fire Emblem Awakening and why he is my ultimate love.
No, Maddie, it's leak time!
Will you at least watch my PowerPoint?
Sure. Hello and welcome to 17 to 1. My name's Julia. I know a lot about F1.
My name's Maddie, and I know very little about F1.
And both of us have decided to start an F1 fantasy league this year with our friends and family. And it is going better now than it was. So, welcome back to our weekly league recap. Maddie, do you want to run us through who's on your team? How are you doing?
Oh my god, I would love to. First off, I just got my page up. So, I had originally from the Australian Grand Prix, I switched out. I originally had Alonso and Ferrari on my team. And I changed it to Bortoleto and McLaren. Ooh, that was great. Because let me tell you, also, it's really great that my team name is I Love Joe Guan Yu because it was his home race, even though he was not racing. And it brought me up from, drumroll please, fourth to second. But if we're looking at solely the Chinese Grand Prix, like the race itself, not the overall, I was first. How ironic. It's perfect. They knew I was Chinese and they're like, we got you, girl.
So true. So, did you lose any points this weekend?
That is such a great question. Let me go check. Ooh, girl, such a great question. No, I did not. Um, Not only did I just not lose points, I did use the no negative chip, which was unfortunately a waste. But Max Verstappen, because I have him on 2 times, he got me 62 points. Carlos Sainz got me 12. Bortoleto got me 11. Sonoda 13. Behrman 23. And my goodness, because of what happened with Ferrari, thank goodness gracious, I switched my team to McLaren because I got 102 points from them, with 15 points coming from Kick Sauber. So it really shot me up. It's beautiful. I am beating one of our other friends who mocked in my face that I was not beating him last week. So take that.
Take that.
Take that.
So true. And actually, at the end of the Australian Grand Prix, Maddie and my father were tied in the league. So, when I talked to my dad last weekend after the race, he had checked the league standings after the Chinese Grand Prix, but he had not checked them again after the Ferrari disqualification. So he was so proud. He had his chest puffed out. He was like, "Is Maddie so upset?" And I was like, "Why would Maddie be upset?" And he was like, "Because I passed her in the league standings." And I was like, "No, you didn't. In fact, I passed you in the league standings. You're all the way down in like fifth now." And he was like, "What the heck? When did that happen?" I was like, "Dad, you have Ferrari as a constructor. You took like negative a million points this weekend." So that's my league tidbit of the day.
Rip to your dad, but that's hilarious.
RIP, dude. So he was, in fact, reworking his team earlier today.
Ooh, interesting. I want to see it.
Yeah, we'll have to see what he ends up concocting for this week, for the next Grand Prix, China, Japan.
I did state last week that my goal is to beat all the men. There is one man I'm not beating, and that's our other friend's dad. But like I said, I'm beating Julia's father, and I'm beating the one that kept mocking me that he was beating me. So I take this as a great personal victory, and I plan to keep that up. And Julia, please enlighten me. Please keep it up with me. What did you do that was better or worse?
So I significantly improved. After Australia, I was seventh in our league. I am now sitting at third. So life is good currently. I'm behind Maddie and our friend's dad, as previously stated. I lost some points with Fernando Alonso. He lost me 16, But I had Oscar as my 2 times DRS bonus, so he got me 90. Carlos got me 8, Isaac 11, Yuki 6, and then Aston Martin got me 4, and McLaren got me 101. So ultimately, a great recovery weekend for Oscar and I. We're doing great now. And hopefully that will only continue to go skywards. I think looking ahead of next weekend or next race, what I might want to change, unfortunately, I might have to ditch Fernando because he's DNF'd twice now. He has been my main points lost. He's costing me a lot. And I might want to switch the Aston Martin to the Racing Bulls or the Haas. I'm undecided on those two. That's what I'm cooking up in the old noggin, but I might see how practice goes first. I'm undecided.
I don't know. I would have to maybe see how practice goes for the rookies in Japan, because I would say, knock on wood, that I think I have a steady team. But with possible chance of rain, even though it's 2 weeks out, it does have me thinking that since I used my negative chip, I might want to put a different chip on Max or someone else. Because truthfully, the only reason your father did not fall further is because he put a 3 times chip on Oscar. So he lucked out in that department.
He truly did. He really, really did by putting that 3 times chip on Oscar. It really saved him with that Ferrari DNF. Yeah, I think that depending on what the weather looks like, as Maddie said, currently there is a 50% chance of showers on the Japan race day. So if that ends up shaping up anything to be like Australia was or Brazil last year, I think that I will probably be using my negative chip that weekend to save myself from another heartbreak.
You know, I look back at it now and the chance I won. I haven't really read the rules, so I don't know what's going on. I'm just going with the flow. I was a fool for using my chip. I should have saved it for rainy days. I was a fool.
R.I.P. girl.
Yeah, because I thought we could use them again, and Julia messaged me and she said, no, you can only use them once. And I told her, I was like, what? I haven't read the rules. So that is completely on me. I have no one else to blame but me, myself, and I.
Yeah. And actually, I didn't even know that. When I first read the rules, I thought you could use them an unlimited amount of time. My dad told me that you could only use it once.
It does make sense, though, when you think about it in the long run. So, we'll see. Maybe I won't use a chip at all.
Time will tell.
But I like my team. I'm happy with them. I got my little bear cub. I'm scared about my little bear cub in Japan. No. I'm not scared for him in Japan because he did well in the rain. I'm scared for my other 2 rookies. Do I have 2 other rookies? No. I'm scared for Bortoletto.
Yeah. My thing is, I feel like the second I switch somebody off my team, they're going to start doing well. And then the second I put somebody who is doing well onto my team, they're going to start flopping. So that's the dilemma I have. It's like Murphy's Law.
That's fair. I am glad I switched Alfonso out, though. Especially Alonso. I want you to know, once I said Alfonso, I was like, wait, something's not right. I am glad I switched Alonso out because he DNF'd again. You have an uncanny ability to be suspicious of things and your suspicions being right. So sorry, I can't offer you words of comfort. Yeah, I'd be a little afraid.
I think I'm just cursed, to be honest with you.
Okay, but you can't say that when you do have good luck when it comes to other things.
That's true. I think maybe it's not that I'm cursed, maybe I just unintentionally curse others.
Well, that's something to be discussed when we talk about predictions and quizzes next week.
Facts. So, on that note, tune in next week if you want to know what we think about the Japan Grand Prix and to see Maddie get quizzed on some Formula One facts that she most likely won't know the answer to. All in the attempt to win an anime figurine. Exciting stuff. On that note, thank you for joining us today. See you next week. This has been 17 to 1.
Bye. 17 to 1. I don't know what I'm doing. Bye.